flipping that over now. Hey, what's up? Today we are going to be talking about love, manipulation, and the ego. So what sparked this whole video idea was me remembering this ayahuasca trip that I took in 2018. I think it was my second or third ceremony, and I came out of that ayahuasca trip like deeply understanding that every single person just wants to know that they're good and that they deserve love. After that ayahuasca journey, there is this big golden retriever named Lester. If you have been to Etnicus, you have met Lester. And if you want to know more about my ayahuasca story, comment down below. I'll make a video on that if you guys want. But after when I was in the kitchen, I saw him and I just cupped his face and I told him how good of a boy he was and that he was so lovable. And I just cupped his face for like 20 minutes, just like giving him so much love and petting his head. And he just like drank all of it up. Like it was a golden retriever's dream to just like be so loved. And I understood in that moment that this little being wants to know he's a good boy. And that aspect is inside of us all. We all have this deep desire to be validated and to know that we deserve love. And after that, I was like, oh, I understand what my mission is. I have all this love in my heart. I want people to know how lovable they are. And it's one of the reasons why I love animals so much, because there's no part of them that goes, do I deserve this love? Oh no, I'm a bad dog. I don't deserve this. I mean, some dogs who've like gone through a lot of trauma definitely have some of that, but this doggy that I was talking to, like, he was drinking it. He loved that, and it was so good to share in that. And I want to experience that with everybody, with the most amount of people that I possibly can, because I love to love, and it's selfish. Me wanting to love people, me wanting to connect to people in this way, especially people who know how to receive the love that I have, that's really it, right? Love does have conditions. What the conditions are need to be looked at. I think it's an Ayanla quote where she says, I don't get to decide how you love me. I get to see how you love and decide whether or not I want to participate in it. People aren't infinitely loving though. I can't do that. It doesn't feel good to love everybody, you know, especially it doesn't really feel good to love people who can't receive the love that I am expressing. It makes me go, okay, so I can't give you that amount of love, but I can give you this amount of love. Or rather than it being about the amount of love, it's the way that I express it. Okay, so this is your threshold. If it goes anything more than that, it might look like manipulation to you. So let me take it back, you know, stuff like that. And I also want to talk about manipulation because people do give love to get love. And while I identify as this very loving person, I also have to recognize that I too need to be loved and seen and felt and heard. And that's something that I have to recognize. I am not just this flowing love machine, which I definitely can be. I too want to feel loved. And it's important for people who identify that way to understand that you also have needs, that you also want that love in return. And that's why that's why I also want to talk about having conditions in the way that you love. There are some people who like to love bomb and basically use their expression of love, it's not actually love, but use their expression to control people. They use their intense feelings and the way that they express their feelings, and they love bomb you so that they can get the love that they're needing inside. And basically how not to do that, how not to manipulate people, is by telling people exactly what you want from them. I'm expressing myself in this way because I want this from you. Or I'm expressing myself in this way and I literally, that's just what it is. If you want to participate in it, fine. If not, go. You know? But a lot of people have shame around what they're wanting and what they're needing, and end up manipulating people because of it. They end up lying or deceiving people by saying, this is who I am. And they put like this well-tailored mask of who they think they should be. And they say, this is who I am. See, you like this, right? This is what you want. It's important to be forthright and honest about your intentions. Yes, it feels good to love, but also you have to be willing to acknowledge that you also want to feel loved and ask for that need. It makes me feel loved when you do this. You know, can we do this tonight? Just ask, or just tell them, I want this from you. And if they say, no, I can't give that to you, so much clarification. This is like the foundation of communication in a relationship. This is what I want from you. This is what I don't want from you. This is what I can offer. This is what I can't offer. I can't control how I feel. This is what my sexuality is. This is what my kinks are. This is how I want to have sex. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And just be honest about those things. But it takes a very brave person to be honest with themselves about what they actually want. And it's not easy. I said this in my last video. It's a very humbling process to change your identity from this person you think you should be to this is how I really feel and this is what I really think and this is what I really want. It's a very humbling process to shed that identity to embody the identity that feels more like you. And eventually that identity is going to crust up and fall away for a different one to come through. For one that feels even more like you. And that is like the whole process of the ego. If you haven't watched my other video, that was like a summary of what that other one was about. So, bottom line, like, tell people what you want and be honest with your intentions and express yourself with the awareness of what your intentions are. And that way you don't manipulate people. I hope that was helpful. All right, I'll see you in the next video, okay? Like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to hear about my ayahuasca story or anything else you want to hear me talk about. I'll see you later. Bye.